Here are record-breaking, controversial, and weird facts about the Queen Elizabeth II. 1. Queen was not born in a palace. On April 21, 1926, Queen Elizabeth II was born. She was not born in a palace, despite being the first child of the Duke and Duchess of York, the future King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. Instead, she was born in a townhouse owned by her Scottish maternal grandparents at 17 Bruton Street in the Mayfair neighbourhood of London. 2. She never went to school. But that doesn't mean she is illiterate. Elizabeth, known as Lilibet as a child, received private tuition at home. Princess Margaret, her younger sister, experienced the same thing. 3. The Queen volunteered as a truck driver during World War II. Princess Elizabeth served in the military as a mechanic and truck driver before she was named as Queen. She was the first woman in the royal family to join the military. 4. She and her sister celebrated end of the war in the streets of London. When World War II came to an end on May 8, 1945, Elizabeth and Margaret requested their parents' approval for celebrating in the crowds of people. Even a movie titled A Royal Night Out depicted Elizabeth and Margaret's misadventure. 5. She was married to her cousin. Technically, Elizabeth's husband, Philip, was her third cousin. Philip was linked to Queen Victoria through his mother, and Elizabeth was related to her through her father. Philip was born into the royal families of Denmark and Greece, but he gave up his ancestors' titles when he wed Elizabeth. Before his passing on April 9, 2021, they had been wed for 73 years. 6. The Queen bought her wedding dress with World War II ration coupons. After the World War II, due to welfare policies in the UK, the then Princess Elizabeth had used clothing ration coupons to purchase the material for her wedding dress. 7. At the age of 25, Elizabeth was crowned Queen Elizabeth II on June 2, 1953, in Westminster Abbey. When her father, King George VI, passed away on February 6, 1952, Elizabeth took on the duties of the ruling monarch. 8. She celebrated her birthday twice a year. April 21st is the Queen's actual birthday, but she officially celebrated it June 11th because of the cold weather in April. Every June, Elizabeth held a ceremony parade called Trooping the Colour. 9. She didn't have a passport or a driver's license, nor did she need them. Both driver's licenses and passports are issued in the Queen's name, so she doesn't need either. 10. Queens don't have to pay taxes, but Elizabeth was paying the tax since 1993, according to the royal family's website. 11. She also got a private ATM at Buckingham Palace. It's provided by Coutts, one of Great Britain's most prestigious banks. 12. She sent a message to the moon. A pre-recorded message from the Queen was left in a metal container on the moon to congratulate the Apollo 11 astronauts on their historic first moon landing in the 21st of July 1969. 13. She reportedly drank a glass of champagne every night before bed, even until her last night. 14. She used to wear the same nail polish since 1989, and it is surprisingly cheap, which is just of $7. 15. She didn't use a last name. The Queen's full title was Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Head of the Commonwealth, Defender of the Faith, of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of her other realms and territories. She never used any of these titles as her last name. 16. She had a poet who's paid in alcohol. Queen Elizabeth was charged with appointing the UK's Poet Laureate, who is traditionally paid a yearly salary of £5,750, about $7,000, plus an entire barrel of sherry. 17. She couldn't be charged or forced to testify in court. 18. Queen Elizabeth had her own Barbie doll. Barbie released a royal doll modeled after Queen Elizabeth to honor the Queen's birthday and 70 years as ruler. 19. The Queen washed her own dishes. 20. She started her day with bagpipes playing. Each morning, at 9 a.m., the royal bagpiper would play for 15 minutes outside of the monarch's window, signifying that it was time to start the day. The tradition, first started by Elizabeth's great-great-grandmother, Queen Victoria, in the mid-1800s. 21. Queen Elizabeth II owned all the dolphins, swans, and whales in the UK. 22. She reportedly used her purse to send secret signals to her staff. The Queen's staff would know she wanted the function to finish in the next 5 minutes if she attended dinner and put her purse on the table. Additionally, putting her luggage on the ground indicated that she wanted to leave her current conversation and be rescued. 23. The Queen was better travelled than any British monarch before her. During her reign she visited over 100 countries, including Canada 22 times and France 13 times. 24. She created her own breed of dogs. Elizabeth is well known for her open love of corgis. During her reign, she owned more than 30 of them. When her last one doggy passed away in 2020, she created the hybrid when one of her corgis mated with Princess Margaret's dachshund named Pipkin. 25. Britain has been preparing for the Queen's death since the 1960s, according to The Guardian, which revealed the details of Operation London Bridge in 2017 in an article that was viewed 8,000 times per minute on the day of the Queen's death. Because the Queen died at Balmoral Castle in Scotland, the most elaborate subset of those plans, named Operation Unicorn, will be employed to get her body back to London by train, with mourners throwing flowers at certain stations. 26. She survived an assassination attempt. Shots were fired at the Queen's royal procession rode down the Mall toward Buckingham Palace during the 1981 Trooping the Colour. Marcus Sargent, a 17-year-old who was fascinated by the murders of people like John Lennon and John F. Kennedy, fired several blank shots in Elizabeth's direction. Thankfully, Sargent was unable to obtain live bullets in the UK. He was sent to jail for 5 years under the 1848 Treason Act, but was released in October 1984. 27. She also survived when a man reached to her bedroom. On July 9, 1982, a man named Michael Fagan managed to climb over the palace's barbed wire fence, shimmy up a drain pipe, and eventually sneak into the Queen's bedroom. 28. Elizabeth was still the Queen of 14 other countries, in what's known as the Commonwealth, including Canada and Australia. Following over 20 other nations, Barbados became the most recent one to formally cut ties with the British monarchy and declare itself autonomous in the fall of 2021. Hopefully you liked the video. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon for further notifications. Thank you.